I haven't done a good ground video of a growing season burn in a little while. It's May 10th. This is a stand that was thinned about 3 years ago. Mixed loblolly longleaf, probably 20 years old. You can see the, well, you can't really see it through the smoke. There's a ridge kind of coming down. So we lit these ridges and let it just work its way down the hill. The wind's blowing from the top of the hill down. So it's a pretty mellow head fire. This is the head fire side of it. Cleaning up excellent. I'll get another little video of some of the results from yesterday's burn. But doing a great job just poking along through here. Cleaning up the blackberries and the oak saplings. Browning up to about probably 20 feet of hardwoods. Got a light limb scorch from yesterday. You can see the long leaves scattered through here that are very equivalent size to the loblolly that's in here. But this is kind of what it looks like prior to the burn, and I'll get another little video of what it looks like after. We're probably running, it's a kind of a dry day. It's been in the 70s and 80s the last couple of days. It's going to be 90 today, but running about 35% humidity or so. See all this log and slash on the ground. Like I say, they've been thinned and letting it kind of fuel back up for a couple of years. These are the flank fires coming down the hill on the sides. Just doing an excellent job. And even though the legumes and all the other stuff is sprouted, that stuff will all come back without a problem. Like I say, you can see the longleaf scattered through there. It's probably 60% loblolly, 40% longleaf, something like that. Longleaf are a little bit smaller, but they're gonna catch up now that this thing's been thinned. See a couple of them there. It's a good example of, again, it's May 10th. I'll try and string all these videos together, but a good example of post-fire right after it. Got these ridges burned out, ran a head fire through, then let them burn off the ridge tops first, and then worked their way down the slopes. Wind's off our left in this video out of the west. And there's just a flank fire slowly backing its way down the hill. Left these little bottoms out, and it's just chewing up all the vegetation and eating it up. It's kind of crunchy. Been about a week since rain, maybe not that, 5 days. Doing a great job. And then on the other side, it's kind of a pseudo head, but it's really not even a head fire. It's just another flank. Got a little bit more wind to it coming off the ridge. Pretty mellow. Not hurting a thing unless you're growing within 15, 20 feet off the ground. Beautiful fire. And again, post fire. Good scorch on the lower stuff. Virtually none on the big pine. Just a quick video of yesterday's burn. In this area, we actually ran the mulcher through about a year ago to follow up behind the logging job. Cleaned up all the leaners and saplings. You can see the sprouts that got scorched back, and burned up all the mulch on the ground. So it's back to bare dirt. Not quite as many longleaf in this little section, but you see the vista in here. This is going to green up and look awesome next year. A couple longleaf right there. And you can see the hard edge right there where we did not mulch. I'll get a post-fire video of that too. A couple more longleaf. You see, longleaf are not far off the size of the loblolly. About the same age. Once that longleaf gets to be about 15, it takes off and starts to compete with loblolly. But anyway, you can see that hard edge down there. I'll get a video of that too. Good burn yesterday. This is another good example of an area post-fire. Actually just came through here an hour ago of after the burn in area, same stand that was not mulched, and just that mid-story hadn't been removed. A lot more longleaf in this section, but hadn't browned up as much as the other stuff, but you can tell what's been browned up and what hadn't. Good burn. It's going to clean up nice. It'll be a pretty little ridge top. It's another little section in here. It's so thick in here, it's hard to get a good representation of what we burned out, but you see the bigger trees up above trying to scorch out this mid-story, but this is an area of the same stand that we did not run a mulcher through. So you can see that 15 to 20 foot tall material is what we ran out with mulcher. And it's a far cry. The mulcher does a good job of cleaning that stuff out. Fires eventually might get it. This stuff's pretty advanced. But the burn itself, you know, did great and scorched out most of the material. I'll do one more little post-fire video on a section that was thinned all loblolly just a year or two later. All right, last one. This was, instead of being 20-year-old stuff, this was 15 or so. Well, it's probably 17 now. Thinned 2 years ago, first thin at probably 15. Not sure, wasn't one of our jobs. But you can see all the leaners and saplings that are left in here after the logging job was done. Burned it yesterday as well. Got a real good scorch on the mid-story. A couple little warm spots. We got some needles on some of the pines, but nothing bad. But cleaned up as good as we could. Not terribly consistent fuel base. There was a lot of skid rows that we had to deal with. And loggers, when they were in here, they left a lot of ruts too, but anyway, it did a pretty good job of cleaning up that mid-story. See a little pine spot. It was a little bit hot back there, but 2/3 of the top is just green as it can be. Most places didn't have any needle scorch. You can see some of these, all that logging debris that was on the ground hadn't rotted down yet, and just trash everywhere. Kind of hard not to make hot spots. They left it all pushed up on the side. They logged it when it was kind of wet, left a bunch of ruts. So, like I say, wasn't our job. The guy bought this after it was thinned. So, but you can see that mid-story really got wore down. And that's about the extent of the bad spots, where there's just a little needle discoloration on the bottom third or so of the pines.